know who seems to be coming to terms, finally, with what lies ahead for all of us, because he gave a very candid press conference on the coronavirus crisis yesterday. Watch.
I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. Our strength will be tested and our endurance will be tried, but America will answer with love and courage and ironclad resolve.
There's no magic bullet. There's no magic vaccine or therapy. It's just behaviors. Each of our behaviors translating into something that changes the course of this viral pandemic over the next 30 days.
We lose more here potentially than you lose in world wars as a country. So there's nothing positive, there's nothing great about it, but I want to give people in this country hope.
Well, it's nice to know that he's caught up with the rest of the country, because while everyone has been, at home trying to cope with all of this, we've been aware that it's going to be a tough time ahead. Is this the honest account that we've needed to hear from him from the start? I mean, did you hear anything that surprised you, Sonny?
Well, in a way, I am surprised that there's this constantly shifting narrative coming out of the White House. I think it was just 2 weeks ago that he said, listen, we're going to all be back in church. I want everybody to be back in church by Easter. And that clearly is not going to happen. And so I think perhaps now we're hearing from the administration the gravity that we needed to hear from the administration probably in January or February. I'm happy in a sense that we're hearing that gravity, but I think we needed to hear it a long time ago. I am not changing what I've been doing because, again, I live with a medical professional, and so we've been taking this very seriously for a long time. I have told my children that I don't think things are going to change probably until June or July. I mean, that's where I'm coming from. And I think Americans need to understand that I think this sort of stay in place, at least for New York, is going to be way past 30 days.
Right. What about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I felt good hearing the kind of more serious tone. I was watching some news last night, and someone was saying from the newsroom that they had never seen in all their reporting President Trump act the way he did. It was almost like the severity, the lives, the numbers were really landing for him. It kind of was mixed emotions for me. I never really expected that this would be gone soon, but it's easy to get wrapped up in it, in the anxiety, the fear, the numbers, and so there was a little moment of gloom that all these people, even if we all act perfectly, they were quoting numbers of, over 6 figures, over 100,000, that even if we all behave perfectly, we will probably see pass. And, my heart went to just the deaths themselves, but also that so many people are dying alone. That really broke my heart, because the one thing you hope when you pass or someone you love passes is that it's easy, it's pain-free, and that you're by their side. So hearing that kind of brought the human level to me. It was very heavy. It also reminded me that in the beginning in our household, we kept saying, it doesn't matter if we can't figure this out. It'll, hopefully it will be a limited run. Now, as we see, a month, 2 more months, we're kind of feeling the heat of figuring out how to run our household successfully and be the best version of ourselves for the kids, while also, informing them in age-appropriate terms. So it's a lot. I think today is one of those days where I'm feeling a little heavier about all of it, but I was happy to hear a serious tone, because I think that's lining up with the facts.